Greetings, YouTube. I want to start off this video by saying, hopefully what is obvious, that this is not my account. I have been sent a screenshot by a couple of people who have attempted to log into the game, and they have seen this. That's right. Or they have an Alliance member who's seen this. Now, could that be them? You know, like if somebody comes up to you and says, Prof, I have a friend that needs your advice. It's not me, but it's a friend. It's like, oh, a friend. Well, what is that friend up to? You never know. But regardless, this is a common theme this week, and it's only Tuesday. And that is that a Merc ban wave seems to be taking place for MCOC, where they are making a renewed commitment to cracking down on mercs and doing it at a time where they really want the Summoner Showdown to be fair. And so it seems like every time there's a big international event, and this really is the big international event every year now, this is when the cracking down really starts to occur. Now, I want to be on record of saying that I think this is a good thing generally for the health of the community, and it always makes me sick to my stomach to think that there are just a couple people out there that are determining Legends runs or screwing over summoners that are playing for real. And of course, this could include me in theory, since I am a very average player, and it takes me several hours more than the best players to finish content. But it's also worth noting that if they could somehow do a combination of a ban wave with mercs and bots, that would just be splendid. I have to say, Kabam seems to have improved over the years their ability to catch people. Essentially, if you wonder what a merc is, they log into people's accounts, usually because they're paid, and they clear really difficult content for them. This used to be like the general Alliance War strategy, and Lord knows the very, very top. It's sort of like the bot situation, right? Like, you know somebody's cheating, and Kabam's got their software detection, but if you think you're going to catch somebody with semi-automatics, they're going to go to full automatics. They always seem to be one step ahead of whatever Kabam uses, and I will not even pretend to have the knowledge or the experience or the expertise needed to explain the software they use to try to catch people. I just know the average person cannot do it, especially if you use what's called BlueStacks, which, as always, do not break the terms of service. Do not use any kind of second or third hand software. You will be caught, you will be banned, and it will be the end of your account most likely. With that being said, I've received some complaints from people who live in countries where the cost of living is high enough to where they can't afford it, but also there are some places that are stuck in the caste system. And I've been told this about India. I haven't been to India. I know I have a lot of subscribers from India. Shout out to my India subscribers who say, this is how I feed my family. I merc, and I can make way more playing MCOC than I can working the lowest wage job that I am able to work. Now, there's two things about that. One, they could be lying to me. I don't know this person. I'm usually getting a message online. But I never respond to that person, well, you're cheating the game. How dare you? I don't feel like that's my position. That's not my right to chew them out and spew my moral high ground on them. But at the same time, I just try to remind them, well, you're taking a risk, and that risk can easily turn into a temporary or permanent suspension. And they say, I know, but I'd rather risk it for my family than not. Maybe they're lying. Maybe they're telling the truth. I'm guessing that a very small percentage of the people who merc are actually in that position, but who knows? Maybe that is their income. It is certainly two different issues when you discuss mercs and bots, but both are against the terms of service, and both generally really do hurt the nature of the game. So this is an improvement for the overall health and environment of the community. The question is, has Kabam figured out a way to do it that actually catches the people at the top? I have no doubt they probably catch the people at the middle, but I've seen plenty of advertisements, even things on Facebook, from summoners that claim to always be 1 or 2 or 300 steps ahead of Kabam and that they've never had an account banned and blah, 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 blah. And again, I'm not going to pretend to know how that's possible. I just know that people claim it's possible. So maybe Kabam is now one step closer to shutting off those loopholes. It's the Wild West, I'm sure, in some parts of the community. It's the Wild West meets regulation. And I'm always trying to be the voice of the average player on this channel that doesn't break the terms of service, that doesn't cheat, that's just trying to have fun playing this game. So overall, I think this is a very positive update for the health of the community. Like I said, my big hope is that this is accompanied with a bigger commitment to bots, particularly in the Summoner Trials arena, which seems to be just a free-for-all in terms of so many bots on the leaderboard. But it is to no surprise if you're wondering, like, why now? Summoner Showdown is around the corner. I talked about how a few people were able to even try that first fight, and it was leaked, and I appreciate those of you that reached out. But regardless, that is the state of the game. So what do you think about the Merc ban wave? And do you think that eventually Kabam will be able to catch most, if not all, Mercs? Also, you're seeing 168 hours ban. Now, sometimes these temporary bans turn into permanent bans, but not always, right? Sometimes somebody could be locked out for a week and then that's it. Would you make the punishment harsher? Or do you think this is warranted? Always love to read your comments and discussion on a video like this. Really, any video, I like to read comments. So thank you in advance for your feedback. Have a great rest of your morning, evening, whatever time you chose to click on this video. I appreciate that you did.